the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Indiana Pacers. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. All right, Richard, we're right in the middle of the season, right in the thick of things. What is your main concern if you're a player playing at this particular portion of the schedule?
Your main concern is staying focused on the game of basketball. We understand everybody's been traded. I've been traded. You've been traded. I've been traded on the deadline before. So your goal is like, how do I just keep focused on basketball? That is the hardest thing. So that's always the trade deadline. You're not worried about anything else other than how do I keep playing my best.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Mathurin at the shooting guard. Hield is the small forward. Turner is out there with Smith. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. And for Phoenix, they've got Ayton. Durant is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Murray. And it's Booker in at the 2. Smith with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
Smith inside. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the Pacers have been one of those teams that they're allergic to rebuilding, but there's clearly a movement in Indy, and with young talents like Tyrese Halliburton and Ben Mathurin, they already boast some nice building blocks.
That's a 2 from Hield. A shot off that time. Now the Suns take it the other way. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
These guys are looking forward to this year now, putting last season behind them.
Turner up top. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It'll be a jump ball.
Phoenix with the ball. KD against Hield. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And sometimes you are just at Kevin Durant's mercy. No matter what you do, he's still going to score.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold. Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
Now here's Murray. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So a moment now to see the story for Tyrese Halliburton. For Indiana, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
Greg, looking back at the 2021 draft, I'm still shocked Tyrese Halliburton fell to 12th. My goodness.
What a steal Halliburton has been. He broke his wrist in college, and that scared some teams away. But, boy, Tyrese has been awesome in the NBA.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
And he makes all 3.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And a deep three from Booker. Phoenix no good that time either. Indiana off to a slow start. It's a three-point game. Shot by Hield, nobody around, and the three off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
For three, Booker, a three-pointer is right on target.
All Booker needs is a little bit of room, and the moment he gets it, he pulls up.
To the right side. Mathurin, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. Some teams live and die by the three. Let's check out the best. The Suns, number one.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Halliburton against Jones. Here's Jackson. Phoenix grabs the miss. Paul, right side. Again, Phoenix.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
McConnell scanning the floor. Williams comes with a double team. Williams with the block. McConnell against Paul. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
So quick at getting the shot off. Paul has that one in the bag.
And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Nesmith. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And it's Paul missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Duarte. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen. Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 3-point lead. The shot's good from Paul.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Duarte. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Williams. Phoenix leading by 6. Paul surveying the floor. Another three for Phoenix.
From deep. Paul doesn't hold back from pulling the trigger, especially when he sees the chance.
Up to the right wing. Here's Duarte. And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Smith is out there with Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Turner. And it's Mathurin in at the 2 spot. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
Here's Mathurin. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Tough hoop from Kevin Durant. KD makes those look way easier than they actually are.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks.
And we've seen Mathurin become a volume three-point shooter, which is understandable given these results.
And his ability to efficiently score, that really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
And here's McConnell after the three-pointer from KD. And it's Mathurin missing. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7.
Smart dish by Durant, giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
And the Pacers call time here.
Well, when KD asked out, you knew the Nets would get a king's ransom. Perhaps the biggest star trade we've seen in decades. But with KD on this team, they are right in the thick of it as far as contenders.
The Pacers making a switch here. Hield's checked in. Here's Hield over Durant. And he overshot that one, missing. The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
I like how sudden Booker can be on the drive, charging into a gap before the defense sees it's there.
Pacers trail by 17. McConnell with it. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball. Wasted no time on that one. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
At the top of the key, Turner. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
On the wing, Booker. 5 points in the game. And stolen by Murray. And Phoenix with another turnover here. So for the Suns, Williams, he's checked in for 8. And it's Williams in for Durant. Indiana also making some changes. Jackson comes in for Jalen Smith. Halliburton subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Hield. And no good that time. So Phoenix will take it the other way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Gilgeous. Oh, my!
Nice finish.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Now, here is Halliburton. He had 27 points last game.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yeah, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. Quick shot there, and it's off target. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Okogie's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Derek Jones comes in for Booker, and it's Paul in for DeJounte Murray. Chris Duarte's checked in for the Pacers. Now here's Hield. He had 15 points last outing. Feeds it to Turner. Excellent D there from Williams.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
That's a 2 from Paul. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Halliburton, and Halliburton slams it in.
What a slam by Halliburton, using that agility to make a statement.
And the Suns miss again.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Passes it to Turner. Rebound by the Suns. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Paul for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Paul's got 13.
This brings him to 3 total makes from the arc, with just 1 in this half so far.
They kick out to Hield. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Love the response there from Hield, matching threes.
3 from the inbound, and Paul with the basket on the assist by Williams. Paul's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With Rick Carlisle. Coach, what needs to happen on the defensive end to get back on track?
Well, a lot of things needed to get better. Our level of force defensively is not there. We got to pick it up. We got to play with a lot more collective force.
We'll see if you can bring the noise more as the game goes on. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hey everybody, nothing like a little trade news to perk up your day. We'll take a look first at some transactions around the NBA. I never could figure out how 2 greats like you guys got traded multiple times.
Well, some people just don't recognize genius, you know what I mean, when they see it.
That's right. Thanks, Kenny.
I wasn't talking about you.
Now let's talk about our game tonight. A nightmare of a first half for the Pacers.
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. If they can't create for themselves in the second half, things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. DeJounte Murray is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Ayton. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And here is Turner after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. The shot by Turner no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look. Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Ayton's got his second basket.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time Booker showing us his vision.
And the Pacers call time here. Neesmith, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
Take a look at Murray. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And here we go, Coach's Challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch.
The previous play is under review.
Seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. When did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And it's Mathurin missing.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not helping things, and his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Durant, that's good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
2 minutes remaining.
Halliburton outside.
2 minutes.
6 on the shot clock. Turner for 3. Rebound by the Suns.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Good on the triple. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Mathurin passes to Halliburton. To end the run, driving to the basket. He takes it up and lays it in. Halliburton's got 9.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
And that one drops.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Poked away and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Phoenix. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
And right now for Phoenix, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Even though some people doubted them, there are just as many people, if not more, who believed in this team from the very beginning. And it's pretty clear right now who was right.
And it's Halliburton missing. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And that one's good, Ayton.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Indiana's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Halliburton. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Halliburton against Murray. Halliburton kicks to Smith. Turner with the screen. Here's Mathurin, defended by Booker. And it's Mathurin missing. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Phoenix ahead, just dominating this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway.
And please give a big round of applause.
Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about who's most physical. We got to beat them early. Defense possession. These guys are going to wear down, but we got to make them wear down.
Now imploring his guys to up the aggressiveness on the defensive side.
And Kevin, preaching physicality. When you play for Coach Carlisle, you got to bring energy.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Daniel Tice out there with Jackson. Then it's George Hill, and it's Duarte in at the 3. On defense, the Suns. Tice kicks to Jackson. Now the pass to Hill. Just 5 on the clock.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Ayton over Jackson. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Ayton's got 11 in the 2nd half. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Jackson misses.
Normally he drains that.
The Sun shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Puts one up from 19. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Whatever adjustments were made at half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
Hill, a screen on Williams. Pass to Duarte. Hill has the open look. Misses the 3. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Nembhard. He's guarded by Williams. A 3 ball. And the Pacers can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end. And he felt like he needed a little bit more space with the fade to get off his shot, but that might have been what threw him off and made him miss.
And he has started to turn it on now after that slow start.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for Williams. And a change for the Pacers. Hield's checked in. Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
Daniel Tice, 2 shots.
The first one falls. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
It's deflected. Ball against McConnell. And it's good, 2 points. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Suns? And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. On the wing, Hield. To the wing right side. Here's Duarte. It's good from long range.
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone a look, not just himself.
Paul with the three. Another three for Phoenix.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Williams inside the line. Bucket is good. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's McConnell to the left wing for the three. And Jones pulls it down.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Suns.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
The work he put in on the glass helps shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Williams, he's checked in for Okogie, and Durant subbed in for Okeke. Indiana again missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Durant for three. Another three for Phoenix.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Here's McConnell. Takes it inside. It's good. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Durant drawing the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Williams dishes to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off McConnell.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Here is Paul. So it's the Suns winning easily here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Katie, what was the big thing to secure this win?
I like how active we were on the defensive side of the ball to start the game. We made shots tonight, and it's always good when you make shots. It brings more energy into the building, and I'm glad we got a W.
You earned it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As we present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.